Howdy, everybody. I don't know if anybody's in here yet, but if you are, hello. Just watched that video from Grafton. And like I said in that video, I didn't end up getting any footage of them, but there were a couple young guys riding around on their bikes. You can definitely tell it's summer vacation time. Because there are kids everywhere and they're all very, very interested in what you're doing, especially if they see a camera set up. And his kids, they'd never seen anybody magnificent, nor had they ever seen anybody streaming live anywhere. So they wanted to stop by, and it was kind of funny. Gave them some stuff, and they went down to a park afterwards, and then jumped into the live. So that was pretty neat. But like I said, you can definitely tell that kids are out, because I don't know if anybody has seen my community post from this past week, but I was out driving around locally. I think it was after I'd gone magnificent in Dedham. I came home, showered, and I wanted a cup of coffee. Hey, David Wiley, appreciate you popping in. Wanted to go get a cup of coffee, so I went down to Dennis and I passed over the Bass River Bridge, and I saw some kids fishing, recovering from knee surgery. I'm glad to hear that you're recovering. Recovering always means that it's hopefully a success. Hey, Custom, what's going on, dude? Appreciate you popping in. Was just about to talk about these kids that I met this week, and it was actually really, really strange. It was cool, as you saw in the post there, man. One of them, they actually have an interesting story. I didn't delve into it in the community post because I was kind of hoping to talk more about it now. But their names were Dylan and Andrew, and they told me that they were brothers. So I thought they were related. Hey, Steven, what's happening? I thought they were related, but later on, I had given the older one my number so that way we could maybe hook up and magnafish locally with them. And he messaged me and said that he was actually the little guy's big brother, in a sense that he's part of the Big Brothers Big Sisters program. And when my daughter was young, she was part of that too, because she didn't have an older sibling or anything. So we thought it was a good idea for her to join that. And Big Brothers Big Sisters made a huge impact on her growing up. So I was uber impressed by that kid, Dylan, and the fact that he had this little brother with him. And I guess the little brother was a fan of magnet fishing. And so they used my code for battle magnets and ordered themselves a battle magnet. And that's what I saw them magnet fishing with. And then we took that picture together. So it's very interesting, being able to see the tiny, tiny, tiny little impacts that you're having, and I'm sure these guys saw our videos because we're local. So it, whatever pops into their algorithm more or something. But regardless, I still thought it was pretty cool. And I actually I bumped into the bigger one. His name's Dylan. I bumped into Dylan at the Stop and Shop yesterday, and gave him the props for just being a good dude at his age. Kids do a lot of different stuff, and he's not interested in that stuff. He's interested in actually being a cool dude, a good dude, and taking care of people. So I appreciate that, and can't wait to hook up with those guys and go magnet fishing. Kind of met them at the perfect time because, like I said, being a big brother, I guess they have to, kind of hang out with each other for a little while before they start to bring people into that little friendship that they have. And so you got to wait like 3 months or something. And it was almost 3 months to the day when I saw them on the bridge. So now the program allows them to expand a little more. Hello, Luis. How are you, my friend? ¿Cómo estás? I'm still working on that Spanish, buddy. I'm not really good at it. I'm starting to get to the point, though. I don't know how much he's understanding, but it's starting to get to the point where when Carolina's talking around the house in Spanish, I'm starting to pick it up. I can understand the context of her conversations, but I can't talk back to her. I have no idea what she's saying. Yeah, there it is. I got my liquid death, dude. If there's one drink company that ever could sponsor me, I liquid death, you can send me some stuff. I'm kidding. It's good water though. They actually make these like little teas. It's pretty good. Good evening. What is happening, Kevin Hawthorne? Appreciate you popping in here, buddy. I'm sure you are dealing with the heat down there in Lakeland, Florida. Yeah, I'm excited about it. Custom. You've been around for a long time now, coming into our lives and stuff, and I appreciate that. Um, yeah, and what the one thing I'm really, really loving about the community, though, dude. Should start drinking them in my videos. Maybe I'll do that. But what I'm really digging, custom, is the fact that this isn't just a community of just magnafishers. Sure, it's mostly we all are, but you know yourself, you're very creative and stuff like that. And there's also we've got Hawk Slings who does like slingshotting. Then we've got our buddy here, Kevin, who is an amazing human being down there in Lakeland, Florida, helping people figure out what buses to get on. You know, he volunteers his time to help people out. Um, so I'm really, really excited about the direction that this channel took. It kind of organically happened like this, and I think in a random way was what I was hoping was going to happen. I try to be an inclusive place. You know, like you all have known, I try not to talk about sensitive topics because it creates divisiveness. I have no problem with anybody having political beliefs, religious beliefs, all that stuff. You guys can all keep it, and that's cool. You know, we all have our own stuff that is meaningful to us, but I want to connect to people, and you don't connect to people with divisiveness. You connect to people by being inclusive, and that's what I try to be. You know, I'm too old for this nonsense. Too old for the nonsense of creating a line that some sort of invisible line that we can't cross to be friends, because that's just all nonsense. No, it just probably is a little quiet, David. Um, and I'm not trying to preach or anything, guys. Just saying. uh, I don't have the energy for it. I don't think she has yet. I don't think she has yet. Um, Luis. So I will remind her about the picture though, because I have it. I still have it in my WhatsApp. I appreciate that, man. You know, it's not only just the inclusive stuff too, but I'm willing to hang out with anybody. You guys can see, you know, for a while I had met up with just local guys, but anytime someone comes around here and they want to magnet fish or they want to hang out, God, if you come down for a vacation on the Cape, whatever, let's go find a boat launch and hang out and knock back a couple liquid deaths. Why not? It's actually a pretty good thing. This is called sweet tea, which isn't too sweet. I've had some pretty sweet ones living down in Nashville. Plug. That was another plug, dude. Yeah, see? Liquid death. They could be making pennies. Yeah. But anyways, guys, we're getting super close to 5K. And like I said, with the whole inclusiveness thing, while I do have some fun stuff to give out, you know, that's relevant to Cape Cod Magnet Crew, I have reached out to a couple other companies that are from some of these other communities that people are from, to see if we can't make sure that there are nods to those folks that have supported us. And, you know, again, just trying to be inclusive. But we got a couple new things too. I ordered this week and I'm going to test them out. I haven't really been a big fan of them so far, but they're these little, I'm going to start doing more videos. I'm good. There you go. I'm sure Captain Morgan's could use a spokesperson or two, excuse me. But I got these little lapel mics, guys. I tried them before a long time ago with my iPhone. I'm hoping that they're a little bit more robust with the Pixel. I now have a Pixel that I use. I got that, and I did receive the shirts for that silly. Let me present it. I don't know if everybody has seen this design yet or not. Dun, 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 present. Let's see, image file. All right, here we go, guys. This is a design. I just received the shirts. I haven't received the transfers. They'll be here in 2 days. I'm gonna probably make like 10 to 15 of these, and then I'll probably put up like a community post on all socials saying that they're available. But check out this design. This is gonna go on the back. Okay, we're gonna put the Cape Cod Magnet Crew just regular logo. This one. We're gonna put that right on the chest in like a navy blue color because the shirts are gonna be gray. But then we're gonna put this on the back. It's got innuendo, but I absolutely love this design. There you go. What do you think? I like it. I'd wear it. I know as soon as I make them, one of the very first ones that I make, um, I'll be rocking it. I won't be magnificent in it because it's a light shirt and it'll get wrecked. But I thought that was funny. I don't know about you guys, but I thought that's absolutely hysterical. And if that one does well enough, I've got more silly ideas. Um, I mean, I could probably even figure out a way of making that into a sticker. I'm sure I can figure out all sorts of ways to do different things there. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Appreciate the feedback. So that seems like at least two people think it's all right. But yeah, so anyways, we went to Grafton the week before. This past week, I went up to Dedham, which is a city of, not really city, it's a town I've been to a bunch. Um, so that's awesome, custom. David, come to the giveaway. I'm going to be giving shirts away. Maybe not that exact design, but I've got Cape Cod Magnet Crew shirts that I will be giving out. I now have a heat press and I'm making all my own shirts and they come out great. That's awesome. I would appreciate that. Like I said, in a post, I'm not looking to make a crazy amount of cash off these things. I just want to put gear out there. Um, I want people wearing gear, you know? Uh, David, it is going to be, I think, I don't want to get this completely confused. Um, let me just double check because I haven't quite announced it. I started working on the uh, thumbnail for it. Let's see. So it's going to be August or first Thursday in August. Um, yeah, August 7th. That's what it's going to be. What I'm probably going to do, David, is move back my I usually do a premiere at 7:30, so I think I'm going to do the premiere at 7. Um, awesome. I will do that. Awesome. Very cool, guys. Thank you. Maybe I need to order some more now then, because that'll go pretty quick. Um, yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. Cool, cool. All right. Okay. Bucky's texting me too. He doesn't have a moment to come in here. But August 7th at probably, depending on the video of that week, probably like 7:15. So we'll run like 7:15 to 9 when Shane usually starts his show. If it runs a little over, it's going to run a little over. Are there any hobby stores near you? Yes, there are. Not like crazy fans of some of them, Okay, you got it. Word, dude. Lurking. Oregon custom. That is one of the states that I have yet to get to. I've been to something like 42 of the 50 states, and man, I want to see your trees. I want to see your trees. There he is. What's going on, Bucky? Yeah, so August 7th, dude. I'll probably start the show at like 7:15 or something, then run till about 9. And yeah, so we got a couple weeks still. 20 something days.
Do you guys want any?
I don't think they can see your nuggets. Talia's offering you nuggets. You want nuggets? Anybody?
They're vegan.
Vegan nuggets? I don't think they want them.
Yeah.
Bet your doc wants one. Jason says hello to Talia.
Hi.
Hi.
So you're gonna catch it, right?
Yes, please. But Bucky will take one.
Someone dunked it. I threw it to him. And he goes,
With some hot sauce, Jason will even try one.
It's just like bounced on his back, and he was like, "Oh."
He's not very coordinated.
But like
He's a sausage shaped
very coordinated.
Jack Russell. Did he catch it?
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Wait, I want to see the cat.
They're the Gardein one, guys. Yeah. We do one simple dinner each week. It's usually either burgers and fries, nuggets and fries. It's something with fries. But yeah. I don't know if I showed you guys this too, and maybe I have. But I'm gonna play it again just because I think this is cool. This is some more hype for the giveaway. Let's see, we got it right here. These guys. It was made. They are laser etched railroad spikes that I literally pulled out of the water. So 5 people, and this is going to be a U.S. only giveaway just for these items, because they would probably cost me a small fortune to send to UK. What? Look like you need to say something.
I have an idea. You have to mute yourself.
Oh, you gonna do what?
I have an idea. Mute yourself.
Mute myself. Okay. Hang on, guys. I gotta mute myself. All right. Well, Talia just gave me another idea.
That's gonna be
and
stupid.
we're not going to blow it, but this is going to be stupid. It's going to be something wearable, but it's going to be stupid. I'll pull this thing off the stage there.
Okay, I'm gonna do it right now. It's gonna be really bad.
You're going to do it right now? Okay, great. I'll order the transfers. That's actually what I'm waiting for today, guys. I got let me actually show you the hats that I got. Even though I really like this trucker style hat that I wear right now, I feel like the front just gets like super, super dirty. So this is going to be part of the giveaway too, is the heat press that I have. I can press our logo right on here. So we're going to do a bunch of hats. We're going to do a bunch of shirts. Like I said, the shirts are actually a lighter color. Let's see if I can pull them out here. Yes, the smaller ones. But you can just see they're like a grayish color. Because I want to make the logo pop a little bit. So it's got a little color in it too. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about all this stuff that we're able to give away because I feel like an immense amount of gratitude to everybody. And I know it's some of these things are silly and dumb, but I don't know. I would kind of want one of these, you know? I like those. Let's see, is it focused it in? There we go. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. And that's a spike that I actually pulled out of the water. So with that friend of mine that does these now, he's literally opened up like a whole new world for me. Oh, and I got something else. I did. But here's something else, Jason. Check this out, because Nick from Magnet Junkie convinced me to do this. So did Claire from Phoenix Magneteers. Let me show you. All right, I'm coming. I'm not too far away here. Oh, I just dropped those things out there though. So I used a wire brush, but I also soaked them for probably 2 or 3 days in like a bath of white vinegar and water, dude. But check this out, dude. Check this out, Jason. This is super exciting. For me at least. I'm kind of nerding out about this. Can't really see it, but this is a DC output device for an electrolysis machine. I'm gonna make an electrolysis machine out of it. And I've watched Nick from Magnet Junkie. I've watched him clean up a whole bunch of stuff, and some of it comes out absolutely amazing. So I bought that kit. It came with leads. I wasn't sure it was going to, but I bought a secondary set of leads. Um, but the electrolysis machine is amazing because it literally pulls the rust right off. And I did find a gun last week when I was up in Dedham, and it was super old. Um, and there was a lot of metal on it that I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to hit it too hard with a wire brush because I don't want to scrape off any markings or, I don't even know what brand gun this thing is. So I'm going to hook up that electrolysis machine and give it a bath for about maybe 24 hours. I'm not exactly sure how long I'm going to leave it in there, but my hope is that I won't do any sort of damage to the metal and that most of it hopefully will just wipe right off. That's got me super pumped. I'm like really nerding out here lately, guys. Um, I love this hobby. I love the fun stuff that you find, and I mean, Josh has me thinking about pulling apart that alternator that I found just to get the copper out of it. He says there's copper inside that thing. I would have had no idea. Yeah, there's so much stuff you can do. It's not just about throwing a magnet in the river. There's all the stuff you find. And I can't wait to check that gun out. It's been in there for so long, Jason, that the tip is gone and it's just jagged. There's no, like, usually I will always call the police, um, especially for weapons or things like that. But I don't think that they would have gotten anything off of this. They wouldn't have been able to do a ballistic test. There sure as heck is no way they're getting fingerprints off any of this stuff. Um, there is a lot of copper in there. Okay, that's good to know, Stephen. Maybe I will pull it apart. I still have it sitting in the yard. I haven't gone down to S&J Exco lately. But the gun is toast. But I would like to be able to mount it in my shed because eventually I'm going to build a space out in the shed for all my live stuff. Might turn it into my studio. I did build a studio downstairs, but my son's in it for now. So, yeah, I think I'm shed bound, and that gun would look nice mounted on that wall. I don't know if he's still around. Second gun I've seen you get live. I actually manifested this one, Jason. It had been a while. I've been hitting some really nice, like beautiful spots, which don't get me wrong, those are honestly the types of places I would prefer to go, is the beautiful spots. But I felt like I wanted to find a gun this week. Here you go. I don't think it's ugly though. That's the funny thing.
It just looks stupid.
No, it looks all right.
It looks just dirty.
You might be surprised. Yeah, save it as a PNG with a trend. Can you do a transparent background?
Yeah, I can.
All right. If not, I can take it.
I want to make it look more stupider though.
David, just sent me your info and we'll worry about it. You know how to get in touch with me, right? Cape Cod Magnet Crew at gmail.com.
It looks stupid, right?
I hate to call anything that you draw stupid because nothing
No, this one's allowed. This one's allowed.
I wouldn't say stupid, but we'll call it derpy.
Yeah.
There you go. It's derpy. That was a good spot, dude.
Should I make like the lettering? Because I want it to be on like a black t-shirt. So should I make like the lettering white? Wait. How can I make that?
I don't know.
Wait.
Get creative. You're the creative. Talia has been bitten by the bug here too, and she is now she's trying to create a design. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna do one shirt with her design. You have to tell me the color and everything. If you want it to be a stupid design, we gotta come up with a crazy shirt color.
No.
It's still got to match though, The shirt to be black.
So.
Okay.
Someone like make one for me.
Yeah, it's all lowercase, no spaces, David. Cape Cod Magnet Crew at gmail.com. Those are great spots to hit, man, because just like boat launches, those people are getting in and out of the water. I'm not worried, man. We got it all worked out. Everything's all worked out. But anyways, Jason, yeah, I actually reached out to a guy at the beginning of the summer, and I wanted to clean up a space, but I wasn't able to connect with him. He does kayak rentals right on Swan River. I'm sure Steven knows where I'm talking about. Right across from the Cream and Cone. I talked to that guy, and he definitely said yes, absolutely. See, the views are amazing. Because right where people get in, and they're not only doing kayaks and canoes, but they're doing those pedal boats and the sup boards. David Wiley, Carolina has been telling me about the amount of shirts that I have for a while now. I have to get rid of a bunch of my shirts, but I don't know about you guys, but shirts are just like tattoos. For me, there's a ton of memories. Hello, Ficus and Toast. How are you? I appreciate the fact you popped in. It's amazing. Let me come over here and fix something here, because I don't know if you've ever been in here before, but obviously we know who you are. So we're gonna blew you up like everybody else. I appreciate you sneaking in. I have been watching some of your stuff lately. But yeah, I have so many shirts, David. Not only just because I like designs and stuff, but when I was in the band, that's amazing. People are gonna love it. Make it a transparent PNG and send it to me, and I'll order it tonight. I'm just doing one though.
Yeah,
Or do you want one?
for myself? Because
All right, so I'll do two, but one is being given away. She just came up with a very, very funny design. I have probably about the same, David, and then I have 2 or 3 boxes downstairs. It's gonna be a silly shirt. Very basic but silly. It's a custom drawn by Talia shirt. But I have tons of shirts, David. The amount of shirts that I collected when I was in a band, because I always try to be really, really supportive of all the other bands that were on the shows with us. And so I have all their shirts. I used to run. It is a custom drawn. You got to trademark that name, dude. I used to run a lot, so I have a lot of shirts from like the racing teams that I was on, and then the races themselves. Most of them would give out swag packs. Yeah, well, that's kind of what we're doing with the shirt. That's her part of it. Because the last giveaway that we did the painting, which I still have. Pop that painting down, Talia. Let's show some people that haven't seen it. Why? Everybody's seen it. Yeah, big, but that's you're 13 years old. You're not Picasso yet. You can look back at your stuff and be critical.
Like his old paintings.
Talia Special CCMC. That's right. David says draw an eagle design for his tattoo.
Yeah, it's just gonna be really bad.
But look at that. For our last giveaway, she created that, and she was 12 at the time. So as much as she wants to have her little self-deprecation issues, I think it's pretty amazing for a 12-year-old kid. She's good at it. We were going to give away that painting, but we ended up making copies of it because we wanted to keep it. Yeah, holy cow, right, Custom? The kid's talented. And she's saying she doesn't even like that one. Well, yeah, I mean, what are you supposed to do though? It's not spillage. It's the only way you could create the shadow of a character sitting in that black, yeah, custom painting. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ficus and Toast. She is pretty talented. You know, maybe I could figure out a way of doing something with that. Who knows? But my point is, with her silly little design that she's coming up with here, we've got a whole bunch of stuff that she's actually funny you say that, Jason. I know I veered off from what I was about to say. When do you start that class?
August 18th to August 23rd.
Okay, so check this. Jado Play, I didn't see you sneak in there. What happened? How did you sneak in? No, so she actually at the end of the school year got a scholarship from the school to take a course over the summer at a little art place up in Truro, Mass, where some very well known and renowned painters and artists. Oh yeah. Or is that Randy Macho Man Savage? That sounded more like Savage than it did the Kool-Aid Man. But she's going to take a class on painting. Oil and acrylic, or just an oil?
I'm thinking because it's like oil or acrylic, you can choose one, and I'm going to do it.
She's going to do oil. So
yeah, look at the.
Yeah, I did. I saw that.
Okay, no, like look at the. I sent you the image.
Oh, you sent me the image.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I can save it. Let's see. I'll save it later, but
yeah,
I'm not going to show everybody the design yet. That's going to be a surprise design.
Yeah.
We'll get it printed and I'll actually show it.
And when you're like naming it, I want you to misspell what the thing is. I want you to like purposely misspell it so it's more stupid.
Okay. All right. Talia's got this idea that she wants to give everybody a stupid shirt. I don't think it's stupid. I think it's pretty cool, but yeah. Anyways, I don't know where I was going. Just go around the Cape to people's vacation homes. Yeah, you're right. I see there are actually lots of people that do that. When you start to get up into the Provincetown area, you usually see a lot of people. Chad Ryan, I didn't see you sneak in. What's going on, buddy? You see lots of painters along Shore Road in Provincetown, and it's actually pretty amazing to see. And some of these people, again, are immensely talented. And these are the types of people that Talia is probably going to be learning a lot from when she goes to that class. And so it's a week-long workshop, and she's going to like learn hands-on how to deal with oils and stuff like that when painting. So I'm pretty excited for her to do that because she's extremely talented at 13 years old. Thanks, Stephen. It really was. That's why I'm excited that the school, her school is actually been pretty tough lately, and I'm not really a big fan of them. So for her art teacher to see the talent and um, just her want to create something, that being able to be seen by a teacher means a lot to a kid. So that scholarship was very, very meaningful. You know, I was actually for a long, long time very into art, Jason, but then I gave it up. I don't know what happened, and um, I just stopped um, drawing. And now the same exact thing, dude. I couldn't draw a stick figure for the life of me. If my life were on the line, and somebody said they wanted a portrait of like Bob Ross or something, I can't do that. You're not left-handed, are you, Talia? No.
Wait, you're not sharp with left hand. Wait.
There you go. So now she's gonna redesign the thing that she just did. If it's worse, you're gonna keep it. She may be doing this, whatever this design is that she's dealing with right now. He may be doing this one left-handed. I'm not left-handed either, but I'm also not artistic anymore either. I appreciate you popping in, Figus. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, I wonder why that is, Jason. Is the creative part of your brain more in the right? Because they say left-handed people are right-brained, whereas right-handed people are left-brained. That's it. Same with me too, Chad. I mean, I didn't have a lot of people I did have a few teachers, um, but nothing like this with Talia, where she got a scholarship for it. And yeah, but you guys were the only two. Right. So is she going to do the same class as you, or is she going to do a different one? Class with Clay. Is it? Okay. You would know, working in the medical field. You would know a little bit more about that than I would. I'm a cable guy. Yeah. When I come home, everybody's like, "Oh, how was your day today?" And I'm like, "Comcastic," because it's either Comcastic or it's Comcastic. It's always Comcastic. Yeah, I love my job, except this time of the year, and it's not the job itself, it's the fact that you just can't drive anywhere. Um, what it is terrible. What usually takes me, like, from my house on a regular normal day, no traffic, or just average everyday year-round traffic, it's about an hour for me to drive to Provincetown. But if I do that now, if I leave our work office, um, uh, it takes me now an hour and 20 minutes to get to Provincetown. And that's dodging every single summer visitor that is here. I'm sure you get summer visitors too, though, Jason. You're not summer visitors. You get winter ones because of all the skiing. Yeah. That's all good, David. But yeah, guys, I can't wait for next week's videos. Did you get caught up in the crash? Oh no, I didn't get caught up in it, and actually wasn't. It's kind of a fluke of a day when I don't make it out that way, Stephen. And I had a fluke day today. That's actually, I hate to tell you, but that's
No, it isn't. No.
derpier.
Yeah, no, it is derpy. Wait, should we do that one or the other one?
We'll talk. Yeah. Let's see. Well, what we'll do is we'll hold them up next to each other, and you can choose.
I had to edit the eye because it was kind of like cool. No, wait, wait. Actually, I know what to do. I know what to do. I know what to do.
He had a house where? But Sunapee? Summertime about 30 minutes.
Is there really a difference?
There really isn't. Are you crazy? It's literally like, guys, she's got something off screen here that she's working on, like I said, for that weird design. And she just drew with her left hand what she had written with her right, drawn with her right, and it's identical.
Not really. These are like more like squiggly, and then like it's like, and then it's like shred,
But
and it's like
to the untrained eye, it's literally identical.
Okay, we'll just keep that one. I want it to be like really bad.
Funny you said that about Steven Tyler, dude. Is that I bet. I bet he is. Erwin, what's happening? We used to have God, I forget his name. Forget his name. But there was a gentleman from the band, one of the guitar players, and he would come to the mall all the time, Cape Cod Mall, because he had a house over in Nantucket. So he would buy a whole bunch of stuff and then bring it over to his house. And we also had Michael Sweet from the 80s hair band Striper. Remember Striper? It was like a Christian rock band. Appreciate you, Jay Don't Play. Thanks for popping by. Of course, you don't remember it, but it was you weren't alive in the 80s. But Striper, their lead singer was Michael Sweet. Michael Sweet would hang around the Cape Cod Mall because he owned a cranberry bog here on the Cape.
Wow.
Yeah. We had a lot of musicians and famous people that have.
Obama. See Obama?
Obama's not on the Cape. He owned a house on the Vineyard.
Yeah, same thing, sorta.
Weren't they? Didn't they do a song like "To Hell with the Devil" or something like that? Erwin. But you would always see him. So the malls around here, as I'm sure they are everywhere else, they always have mall walkers early in the morning. And Michael Sweet was one of those mall walkers. I think he thought maybe he was incognito, like the rest of us didn't know who he was, and that somehow no Gen Xer list worked in the mall. But we all knew who he was. He wasn't fooling any of us.
What if he was actually?
No, if he was. What? Fooling us?
Yeah.
He wasn't fooling us. We all knew who he was. Because that makes no sense. That should probably be what you put on there because it doesn't make any sense at all. This design now, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say that word. That's stupid. If you're looking for stupid, that's stupid.
So funny though.
It is. But that's what you wanted, right?
Yeah, exactly what I wanted.
I don't know if you're gonna want to wear this shirt custom.
It's so funny.
It is funny. Oh yes. I do remember that one. I never could vibe with them, and it wasn't the Christian rock thing because I actually listen to some metalcore bands that are like borderline. I like music, and I just couldn't get into Striper. I didn't like them. And I know this is sacrilege for everybody, and maybe I'm gonna lose a subscriber, or maybe someone will leave chat real quick. I can't stand Iron Maiden either, man. Do you agree?
I've just never really listened to them.
I just couldn't get into them. I do like their music, but I think Bruce Dickinson just like he oversells it. Like, dude, we get it. You can sing. You know? You know what I'm talking about with people like that?
Like who are like
People who just like they can sing and so they like over embellish and it's just too much.
can you give me some examples that are maybe not Iron Maiden?
Not Iron Man, the bands that are good.
No, the bands that kind of do what Iron Maiden does.
Well, remember we were listening to the other day in the car, Halloween. Remember I showed you that song I Want Out? There was that guy that sang really, really high. Yeah, that's very similar.
No, I'm talking about like guys who like are like that they can like sing those so they over embellish it like
Um, even though I did like them, Skid Row was big into like over embellishing. Custom likes all things custom, he says. I'll wear the stupid shirt. They were. There was a lot, and I couldn't even. I'm sure I would recognize a Stick song growing up in that time, you know, but I couldn't name you a Stick song. Again, you know, if someone said to me, "I need you to draw a Stick figure or name a song from Sticks," I would be dead.
I'm right now like editing. Let me just like sit down.
Editing it on your phone.
Yeah. But that it makes it even worse, you see? You know what I mean?
D. Snyder did over embellish. But you know the cool thing about D. Snyder is he used his platform to fight against like oh yeah, I do know the song, dude. I do know the song. But back to D. Snyder. D. Snyder back in the 80s and you know when there was that whole like they were trying to put the warning labels on CDs and cassettes and stuff like that. They wanted the parental advisory thing on there and the PMRC which was run by like Tipper Gore or something like that, Al Gore's wife. She was head of this like thing that just hated rock music and she just couldn't stand it. So she was trying to do anything she could to ban it. And D. Snyder was one of the biggest opponents that she had. He was very vocal about what it is and how it you know metal music benefits people and
You
brings that.
accepted JPG or no?
Is that all you can make from there? Why? Because you created a background.
No, because like the app that I use, they have like it's like premium for everything. So if I want to do PNG, it has to be premium.
Right.
Can you do J?
And there was also I think I can. If not, I can convert it. But there was also him. There was that dude from Wasp, Blackie Lawless. He was a kind of weird looking dude, but he was big in his fight against the PMRC. We went old school with the movies last week, and now we're dipping into 80s hair metal here.
Did you ignore that?
Probably my favorite 80s hair metal band was and this guy I think did over embellish his voice a little bit, but I liked something called it's my coffee. I love Rat too, but Bullet Boys was a band. They were I don't think they were as well known as most people think, but I really liked them and I was goofy in the 80s. One of the guy wore these particular types of boots that had like tassels on the top of them. And for some reason, I thought that was cool. And I wanted my mom to buy me a pair. And shockingly, she did. And they looked absolutely ridiculous on me. I'm so glad that I don't have any pictures to show those to anybody.
Fair though.
Why?
You could be showing me.
But I don't have any pictures, so I can't show anyone.
But I could be laughing.
Winger was fantastic. Creepy. Creepy as heck. I mean, that 17 song, I don't know about that one. But they were good. The band themselves, Winger, they were a great band. I appreciate you, David. Thank you for popping in. And even though we're starting to get into this music chat, we're actually at 8:30 as well. So I'm gonna get going too. We usually run 7:30 to 8:30. Thank you, Irwin, Custom, David. Yes, I love Slaughter. You know, I have this memory in my head. We all have memories in our heads about like one particular moment tied into some songs. And I always remember being with some of my friends and we were going to a fair here in the town of Yarmouth. and we were listening to Slaughter. Up all night, sleep all day. Appreciate you popping us by as usual, Stephen. Anyways, guys, we will appreciate. Oh, Josh, you're just popping in as we're shutting off. I will talk to you guys all later on. I appreciate you all stopping by. Next week's show, I'm not sure what we're going to do. I am going to take one off between here and the giveaway. I just don't know if it's going to be next week or not. But anyways, I appreciate y'all. Take it easy, everybody. We'll see you.